I got to work on that because even though every every clip of picture that was in that is already on YouTube, I
Sure.
get hit. I get hit with the strike, and I'm going, hey, I got all those boobies and all those butts off of YouTube, and they're not on an 18 or over setting. Why are you coming after me? And they said, well, here, give us their channels. I'm like, no, man, I'm not going to drop the bomb, drop the dime on these guys. And then,
Oh, so yeah, you weren't gonna sell out.
but then they denied my appeal, and I said, you know what, F it, here, and I said, but they're not going to demonetize or give those guys a strike because they got like 500,000 subs each. Hey guys, how you doing, man?
Well, what's going on, crypto cousins? It's your Bitcoin baby daddy here with another episode. If you're new here, go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Cause I make these videos every other day, or when Scotty P says he wants to go live with the one and only. What's going on, guys? What's going on, Michael Rex? How you doing?
Hey everybody, how are y'all doing? We're going to keep the stream unattacked this time, and Kenzie's here to protect me.
I'm here. They're not gonna mess with me. They don't wanna. What's good, cousin? How you doing? What's good, Red Snapper? We in here, man. We about to talk about a lot of stuff right now, but right now,
and hang on, a special before we get started too far. A special howdy to Tyler.
Oh, Tyler, what's good, Tyler?
And also thank you for the pimp on Twitter. So thank you, my brother.
Yes, pimp us with your glory. Hey, appreciate it, Tyler. Thank you so much, man.
Didn't mean to cut you off there, my brother, but go ahead. Just so y'all know, we have no idea what we're going to talk about, except one thing, and we're just going to raw dog it and go, man.
Oh yeah, so we're just like going through it because a lot of things is like crypto moves so fast. I really tell people like you could just be scrolling through like Twitter and you'll just find something that you could talk about and expose. So Malcolm, so the people in the chat, you jump into BCD. I don't even know what BCD is.
BC.
But someone's in the chat is like, I'm streaming both of you right now, as you should. So you can hear my voice twice. So you can, you know what I'm saying? You should be streaming both of us. Give us these views. We need these views.
Give us the hours. Yeah.
Give us these hours. Mr. Lodak, what's going on, Mr. Lodak? How you been? But no, like I said, I was just scrolling through Twitter, right? And I found this article that came out like 18 hours ago. Not even an article. Somebody tweeted about it. And he was like, hey, Michael Saylor, I think you need to get your legal team on this because HSBC, for people who don't know what HSBC, they're just, personal banking, huge bank. I've got a bunch of HSBCs around in my area. And, they also have, just like how Bank of America has Merrill Lynch, HBC, HSBC. I'm trying to say HBCU, Historically Black College, every time I see HSBC.
Hey, Kenzie, can you share your screen so they can see what you're looking at?
Oh, yeah, they see what I'm looking at.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They see you, they see me, they see. I'm gonna have to fix this setup up so it can look prettier for the people who care for the pretty. But so they just sent out a letter to their people that that hold investments accounts with them. So we'd like to inform you that HSBC has changed their policy on virtual currencies, such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, or other digital currencies. The products related or referencing the performance of virtual currencies, HIDC will not participate in facilitating buying or exchanging products related to virtual currencies or products related to referencing the performance of virtual currencies. And so they're sending this letter to their clients, and our records indicate that you're holding MicroStrategy, a virtual currency product. And I'm like, wait, what? MicroStrategy is a virtual currency product? Since when? And we would like, while we permit the holding of MicroStrategy to be held and or sold or transferred out on your account, new purchases of transfer in will not be allowed. So essentially what they're saying is, hey, we see you got MicroStrategy in your account. You can hold on to it, you can sell it, but you can't buy any more of it because we just changed our policies on the fly. We just said, overnight, no, we want no parts of this. So now I'm sitting here looking like, can they sue? Can MicroStrategy sue them? Or it also makes me think, well, then that means if they allow people to invest in Tesla, if they allow people to invest in Cash App, then that means they're going to have to do the same thing with those kinds of companies. And then what happens when the new Coinbase IPO comes out next month? I
Right.
mean, they're not going to allow people to invest in that either. So, like, what kind of game are these banks, these legacy banks, playing? I don't. I'm like, it's their platform, and I get that, but now they're even forcing people to not be able to invest in these kind of products. But and I can go on and on, but I want to know what you think about it.
Well, a couple of things. Number one, and this goes for a lot of you guys out there also, because we're all from different generations, different parts of the world. Get yourself a piece of paper and a pencil. There's certain things that throughout tonight I'm gonna go, oh, go watch this video or go go look up this. But there's an expression about double talk, and there's a guy who's a professional double talker. Have you ever seen him? He's like does motivational speaking and does a lot of prank stuff, but basically he says and unsays the exact same thing in like 30 minutes, but he does it with a microphone, and then he goes, so what do you think about that? And he hands them the mic, and they're all like, what the hell did he just say? but look up professional double talker, and you'll see this guy. He's unbelievable, man. You'll just be rolling in your
Where do you get these amazing? Like, you just have stories for days.
Well, dude, I've been around forever, man.
But yeah, so this is essentially professional double talk, and are they essentially basically they're saying you can't buy more MicroStrategy, but how is MicroStrategy even a virtual currency product? Like, MicroStrategy's business isn't virtual currencies. MicroStrategy's business isn't tracking virtual currencies. The only thing MicroStrategy did was put Bitcoin on their balance sheet.
Yeah.
Their entire balance sheet. And now they're a cryptocurrency company?
Yeah, well, and like you were saying earlier, if they go by the same mantra, they go by the same moral guidelines or whatever, they're not going to be able to invest in Tesla. They're not going to be able to invest on any of these other folks that are now putting Bitcoin on the balance sheet.
And think about how many companies are going to start slowly doing it. But is it specific? Now, granted, I don't have 100% proof that this is like real, but it's been passing around in the Bitcoin Twitters, and people are talking about it. And then, someone's talking about maybe a naked short or whatever. But I find this to be so crooked and so just wow, to not put their clients first, but to put themselves first, because they realize there's a disruption in their business.
Yeah.
Because they realize it, they see the threat, and they need to wipe it out as quickly as possible.
Well, man,
but there's nothing they can do to stop it.
We have our shared love for Miss Meltem Demirors. And anyway, when she went back to when the time that she went to go testify in front of Congress, what's his face? Brad Sherman from California. Now this guy's up for election every 2 years. All you crypto people out in California, hey, let's not get too political. So it doesn't matter if he's Democrat or Republican or independent or whatever. Vote this motherfucker out of office, man. vote this motherfucker out of office, because that was the same hearing that when he grabbed the mic, he started talking about, all my constituents think that, they tell their wife they're going to sit around in their pajamas and become millionaires. And, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, hey, Brad Sherman, fuck you. Guess what? Wearing my pajamas.
sitting at home in my pajamas.
Sitting at home in my pajamas. Fuck you. But the guy is just fed by the banks. And you remember right after that happened, there was somebody that just kept dogging him on Twitter. He finally said, hey, please stop. But he's financed by the banks. But he went hammering in that same session and other talks since then, just about how the U.S. dollar needs to be the unit of measurement. End of story. Fuck you. It's the conversation over.
That's it.
And that's the way they want to go. So all you California crypto people, man, y'all need to get together and vote that motherfucker out of office.
Get him out. Get him out of here.
And I'm sorry, I don't know why my brain drifted from what you said versus what I said, except that last part I talked about is they only want one thing to be used as the unit of measurement, the U.S. dollar. And this whole crypto thing, they don't want to lend it any credence whatsoever.
But they're going to have to it's funny how they can deny it, dismiss it, but have no choice but to adopt it.
Yeah.
But have no choice but to adopt it. Like, breaks your heart. But just jumping over to here real quick. So Tyler made a video this like recently. We both just watched the video. If you guys haven't, go Chico Crypto, go watch the video.
This afternoon's?
Yeah, the one that he just dropped this afternoon about Arthur Hayes.
And man, and like I was telling you right before we started, its video went hand in hand with yours this morning in my head.
What part of what I was talking
about?
Because
you were talking about, it looks like we're going to get a drop here. We really need a drop here. And then he dropped on what was going on. And I was going, hey, cool. We're going to see a drop. Is that the drop? Or is it over?
So just looking at the price right now. So this is why I like live streaming at 8:00 because Bitcoin charts work on universal time clock, and so at 8:00 here for us or 7:00 here for you, it's the new day.
New day, right? So
we just started a new day, and Bitcoin started the today off higher than yesterday. We're and I don't get it. Like, and of course, I'm not a super big TA dude, but I love TA. I'm not a super TA. I had someone say, Mackenzie, you say you're not a TA dude, but when you're doing TA, it kind of makes sense sometimes. And I'm like, I make it make sense for my narrative. You don't realize. I mean, I didn't want to say it, but I'm like, I make it make sense for my narrative because that's how TA works. You look at it and you somehow, some way, somehow you can look at a chart and one person tells you one thing and another person tells you another thing. That's TA.
Well, you're basically assigning averages or percentages or odds to the move. I mean, basically is what you're doing. I mean, I get the concept and I can see it more in the rear view mirror than I do how to predict the future.
Right. And I don't think you're supposed, I mean, granted, people are trying to predict the future with TA, but like, I believe TA is all just human psychology.
Oh, dude. I mean, I'll give you the perfect analogy. Like when my son was born, we went to the sonogram and the first thing that jumped out at you was the heart. Boop, 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 and the heart was just going. So I knew what that was. But then he started going, the doctor started going, I know, here's the kidneys, and this is the liver, and these are the lungs. And I'm going, I see a nose and a heart. But if you're saying that's what all that is, all right. Okay, that's a kidney. That's how I feel with TA, trying to use it for the future. Oh, well, this is this. And what does it mean? And it certainly means very, very little when a token is less than a week old. I mean, people are pulling out charts on the third day of a project's existence, and I'm going, oh God, please stop posting. You're embarrassing yourself.
No, like, there's no way. Like you're, a whale can come in and do anything to this chart. The only
Right?
TA here is someone tapping that ass when they feel like pumping and dumping that coin. That is it. That's the TA you're coming through. But just going back off of the whole thing, because we were hoping a dump, and in the video he was talking about how we got, like, what could have been a reason for that dump that day, and it was because the news came out about Arthur Haynes, about how he finally surrendered. And now, he finally surrendered, but then he got out on bond already, I believe, at a $1 million, was it $100 million bond, I think.
Wow.
Yeah, $100 million bond. He got off on his bond. And I put out a tweet. I retweeted Tyler's. I retweeted blockchain leaks. Let me be specific. I retweeted blockchain leaks, and I was like, it's crazy that Arthur was just on the debate stage talking about how, like, what their business has to go through when it comes to dealing with US regulators, or any regulators, so to speak. You have to grease their pockets. You got to pay them off to operate in their jurisdiction. It's not about protecting the individual. It's about making sure these dudes get paid. And that's it. That's all it is. It's just about them getting paid. Now think about it. They'll pay a fine. Does that fine go back to the taxpayers? Like, does that get split out between the taxpayers, that everybody in America gets $1 from the fine? Or whose pockets is it going to? Or, like, nobody knows. Nobody knows. But I go on and I say, hey, will he get a slap on the wrist, or will they make an example of him? Because the way that they're trying to make an example of, what is it? What's the one? I was just reading about this.
I will tell you what they're going to call it, where it's going to. The new catchword is infrastructure.
Stop, bro.
Oh,
Stop, bro. But it is. It's infrastructure. We got to build our infrastructure. And I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, does that mean roads, bridges? Isn't that the usual? Aren't we always doing roads and bridges?
but yeah, take a look in that bill.
and then it also brought me back to when Tyler was doing his video. He showed, like, all the different derivative exchanges. You had Binance on there, you had FTX on there, you had and you had BitMEX as well. And he showed how, like, the dominance of all the different exchanges. And as we know, during Biden's political campaign, FTX was one of their biggest donors. Mm-hmm. Right now, FTX is also trying to get the Miami Arena name changed to FTX Arena. They're spending this money to, hey, you know what I'm saying? They're already greasing pockets. They're already like, hey, look here, don't mess with us for your whole term. You know what I'm saying? Don't leave us alone. We're good. And
we'll pay more in taxes. Just stay out of our business. Yeah, that's what the deal is.
Because I know for a fact, and yes, I know for a fact, there are U.S. traders on FTX, regular FTX and U.S. FTX.
And somebody just posted something in the chat, and I'm sorry, I'm doing horrible with reading the chat. I'm just enjoying.
Oh, sorry, chat. Yeah, my bad,
I'm
chat.
just enjoying chatting with you. But somebody put in quotations, bribe them. Had you seen that footage that was on Tyler's video today before from
the battle in Taipei?
Where he said, you just bribe them.
Yeah. I've seen, I remember when it went down. I remember when it went down because he reported on it on one of his old videos. He reported on it. He was like, this happened at Battle of Taipei, and now BitMEX is getting probed. I remember when Tyler made a video about that.
Well, see, and so that's the reason I like having you in my group of swim buddies is, man, I forget shit.
It's just too much weed, man. That's all it is.
Man, I tell you what really sucks.
Hey, wait, hold up. from one of my people in the chat says FTX Arena is already confirmed. I remember they were it had to still go to council the last time I checked, but that whole council agreed on that. I'll look it up. I'll try to look it up. But what you were saying?
Well, first they were talking about paying people or offering them to pay them in Bitcoin, or was that just to set up their retirement in Bitcoin?
Who?
And then to set up where you pay taxes or something in Bitcoin?
Are you talking Stripe?
Well, down in Miami, aren't they doing?
Yeah. So you know the and of course it's Miami. So you know a lot of crazy stuff goes on in Miami. That's all I'm gonna say. So of course he wants to make sure he can funnel that Bitcoin through the city and be like, why do you think FTX went to Miami? And mayor's like, we want Miami to be a Bitcoin hub. I wonder why.
Well,
but go ahead.
I mean, well, number one, it's that happened after Elon, or was that before Elon when they started that talk? That they were talking that before Elon, right?
What?
About Bitcoin.
Yeah. I believe so.
I think they were too. Huh.
Yeah. They're. I'm reading. Yeah, the FTX Arena is confirmed. But I gotta find a. Because this one is talking about one vote away, and that was like on the 22nd. Hey yo, what's good, Chico? How you doing?
Your government will get it
Appreciate you
done.
coming through.
They'll get them there. All they gotta do is go, oh look, okay, hurricanes, but bitching weather the majority of the time, and no taxes. They'll go. You'll see a lot of businesses coming there. Oh, I was just gonna say what really sucks, man, is when you buy a shirt big intentionally, and all of a sudden it's pretty tight.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Oh man. I'm saying
I've got the send. Okay, so I've got the send on my. Okay, is Miami Heat announced cryptocurrency partnership in wake of FTX, but no Bitcoin accepted. Yeah, it's official. They're FTX Arena, all right.
actually Dr. Ed's got some good comments here. Well, first of all, I'll start off with he said on that double talk that Chevy Chase used to do it on Saturday Night Live, and I remember that. But there's another guy that does public speaking on the double talk. But he was saying that Pomp was talking to the mayor of Miami before Elon was talking about it. Okay.
It was good. It was good. Everything cryptocurrency was good. Yoshi, what's good, everybody? How y'all doing? Smash the like buttons when y'all come through. Y'all know what it is. Just talking. Thank you. I love you too. I love the hugs. Let me give you hugs. Just talking. Thank you for the $10 tip. I appreciate. And you were in the comments this morning as well. I remember. Don't worry. I saw you. I was doing so much commenting. But
I just saw that Malcolm. Let me while I'm thinking of it. I just saw Malcolm. Yeah. I know he was on your chat earlier. And thank you for you guys double watching.
Of course, thank you guys, man.
So Malcolm, part of the plan on this supercomputer, which I got my GPU ordered today. It's supposed to be here in like 5 days finally. But if I were to load that baby up, can I like flip it to like part-time Ethereum miner when I'm not doing anything that's labor intensive? All right, there. Splice here.
Wait, what? What are we talking about?
I understand that question. That was for him.
Pardon me. I had to have your stream in the background running. I had to mute that real quick.
What
going back. What's good, Don? We in here. Appreciate you coming through. So what were we talking about? Sorry, I got
about Miami. Well, actually, I was talking about it sucks getting fat.
But talking about Bitcoin in Miami. So June. So what's going on? What we doing? Because it looks like everybody's going to be in Miami in June 4th and 5th.
Man, I'm going just to be going.
You're just going just to be going. I'm going. I didn't even buy a ticket. I'm not buying a ticket. I already know what the conference is gonna be like.
Yeah.
Just because I've been to a conference in the bear market, And I don't want to go to a conference and just like deal with that many people just to hear people regurgitate the same things that I already know.
Oh, I
But
know.
I'm gonna go out there to meet, of course, hang out with you, hang out with the editor, hang out with some people like Bitcoin Zay that I know that are gonna be out there. And just all of us are just gonna go out there and just talk and enjoy Miami, because that's all. I mean, we've been doing this for so long. We've been hodling for so long that we deserve to come together, talk about our experiences, and just what's gonna happen next. Like what happens next.
I mean, I went to the Austin Bitcoin conference 2 years ago. It was horrible. It was horrible. Um this looked like it would be fun. So there's certain things that I'll sit through. But I mean, let's be honest, if there's, something over there worth talking to, I'm going to go talk to that.
Or I'm looking for something that I was talking about today.
But I was thinking that we do it. There's got to be a place where we can do a like a get together. If somebody's from the Miami area, there's got to be a little place that still has good traffic that we might be able to do a little takeover in one of the corners and
Oh
do
yeah,
like a
look,
contest or something.
look, I'm bringing the Bitcoin flag. I'm gonna be doing this in the streets.
uh,
Like, who's the crazy guy with the Bitcoin flag? Mm, buy
Malcolm, I
some
got
Bitcoin.
I got a 309024G. If that answers your question. All right, sorry.
How you doing, Michaela Price? How y'all doing? Everything Currency. How you doing, bro? Appreciate you, y'all. But how you doing? Appreciate you coming through the chat. Fabian, loving it. Of course, party in Miami. But
Yeah,
going back to
everybody's been saying let's do a get together. Let's fucking do a get together.
oh yeah, no, we're doing a get together. Everybody's gonna be out there. I'm gonna have to call out of work, honestly. But so going to this Coinbase IPO, and I remember I was talking this morning about how, like, I was complaining that Pull Together wasn't listed on Coinbase yet, because I I wanted it to get listed on Coinbase before the IPO, because the coins that are getting listed on Coinbase right now. And this is just I used to think that like the whole Coinbase listing thing wasn't a thing anymore, and now it's a thing again. It's bull market time. It's a thing. So granted, it was, yeah, for a little bit, for a little while, it wasn't a thing. But I put out a tweet earlier today, and I was saying like everyone's getting excited for this Coinbase IPO, but no one's talking about what happened. Like, what's the market gonna look like when Kraken IPOs? Because once Coinbase does it, it's just gonna be a trend now. So then you're gonna have Kraken. Like, granted, I don't know if Kraken's been doing their own moves to become like a banking charter. I remember Kraken was doing the whole banking charter thing and making sure that they become a bank. And of course, Coinbase is doing the same thing. And of course, Gemini, they got Gemini Dollar, all that good stuff as well. So they're all in talks together. But which one of these two you think is going to IPO right after Coinbase? How successful Coinbase's IPO goes, or not successful Coinbase IPO goes?
Kraken is based in New York, right?
Kraken,
Or did they move because they couldn't cut the mustard?
They moved, yeah. They moved out because they couldn't handle it.
The laws were too restrictive.
Yeah, the laws were way too restricted.
So New York residents can't use Kraken. Is that correct?
I would assume that because of the whole BitLicense thing.
Then, in my opinion, I think that knocks them out of contention.
But I think they have the BitLicense. I think once you like, I don't see them operating in the U.S. without the BitLicense. And of course, Gemini has the BitLicense because they operate in New York.
I would say that Gemini would probably be the first one, but somebody just posted that Kraken announced a direct listing in 2022. Dr. Ed said BlockFi.
BlockFi would be the next?
I've already been shadow banned. Get the fuck out of here.
It can't be. That's too soon.
There are no boobies in this video. And again, I don't care. I'm not monetized anyway. But
you will be.
Yeah,
I see both of ours up. Like when I pull up YouTube, my stream is the first thing I see, and your stream is the first thing I see. And if I type in Scotty P Crypto, let me just type in Scotty P Crypto and search it. So if I search Scotty P Crypto, I find your live stream.
Oh, okay.
And if I search myself, you're like our live stream right now is the first thing.
Well, we're following each other, so maybe that's why it shows.
But it wouldn't matter, because if they followed, like, even if they followed you, they wouldn't, like, you know what I'm saying? That they should, like, if I'm subscribed to you, you're subscribed to me. The rules wouldn't matter. I don't think YouTube knows that me and you are live streaming together. You know what I'm saying? We see that we're seeing the same thing that they're seeing.
I just don't want any hate to spill over to you. Oh, I got haters. And the funny thing is they either they're either just group hating me with Tyler, which, okay, badge of honor. Or it's somebody that I booted out of the Telegram group in the past, and okay. Or it's somebody that just generally does not like boobies. And I didn't show any in this episode, and if they're already hating on me, it may not be the boobies thing.
It may not be the boobies thing. It may just be jerk ass Binance bots.
I will tell you this.
Talking about KuCoin might be next, Hotbit, and I'm like, KuCoin, Hotbit, get out of here. Especially the Hotbit one. Especially the Hotbit. Like, really?
Yeah, I mean, how much of that is wash trading? Is bots?
How much of DeFi is wash trading?
That thing with Delta the other day makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah, it makes me really think. But, you know, and also DeFi is heavy USDT too. Like, it's like, but granted, they're definitely, you know, USDC is definitely making that push to be the main DeFi. I believe they're really trying to make that push to be the main DeFi coin. But I believe I recently just saw, and I pull it up because I know that I just saw the notification. I'm telling you guys got to follow. You got to put notification on the things that you like to follow. And I was following eGirl Capital. Really, we're like usually. Let me type in eGirl Capital. So I saw this 3 hours ago from eGirl Capital, and if you guys remember the video where I say, how do you find like low cap altcoin gems and whatnot? You got to find like accounts on Twitter that you've you know, used before. They've helped you make some good trades. You know, you don't follow them exactly,
who they're following, find who's following them, and all of a sudden
you find that there's this whole community of individuals that, you know, like to keep their information secret. Isn't Bakkt getting an IPO? I don't even think Bakkt is getting the IPO at all. I don't even think I don't think people talk about Bakkt that much. And what are they backed by? Because we still can't prove that that it
ain't physical Bitcoin like it was supposed to be.
Have the Bitcoin they're talking about. Still, I would say Grayscale before anything, but they're a investment fund, right? They can they IPO? If they're a company, I guess. But I'm seriously, guys, I have no clue. But I was looking at eGirl Capital, and they're talking about this DeFi alliance, and Coinbase just joined the DeFi license in an open source supporting DeFi startups. We're looking to work together to grow the crypto economy. And I someone said BitConnect's next. Bakkt split off super quietly. They sure did. But I'm seeing like we're talking all this DeFi and DeFi alliance and all this, and we're letting traditional finance Coinbase get in this DeFi alliance to help DeFi startups. Like, think about that. We have eGirl Capital, which is built up of like a decentralized. Just to let people know what eGirl Capital is. They're like a capital investment fund, but there are multiple different Twitter accounts that came together to form eGirl Capital. And these multiple different Twitter accounts are heavy in all DeFi. And so me seeing this, and I'm like, so we're and I'm not you're not it's DeFi. We're not supposed to neglect anybody, whatever. But isn't this just Coinbase, getting in on the DeFi floor? And this is supposed to be for us, the little guys, to be able to do what they have been able to do for so many years. For so many years, they've been able to get in before, and I say get in because that's just how the game is played. You get in as early as you can, but get in on the ground floor. And now DeFi has made it so that way we can all get in on the ground floor. And now it's starting to see that it's becoming more traditional and closed in.
It's what they know, and they're just they're bringing their game to a different baseball diamond. That's all they're doing.
That's all they're doing. I mean, granted, and they understand that they're going to be the first disrupted from all of this. Like, you also have to think, like, this whole IPO thing. I'm like, don't you guys know you're already being disrupted? Uniswap is already here. Like, your business model is already destroyed.
Well, here's a trivia question.
Wait, hold on. I literally, before you say that, I'm literally watching someone in my chat named Crypto Culture. Thanks for watching. I've got a bot in my chat already.
I saw that you post that, like, yay, I made it.
Yeah, no, but I'm literally looking at it in the chat. And so I know my moderators can see it in the chat, and I'm waiting for one of my moderators to stop it, but I'm shocked that they're in here. In my, like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. These dudes are savage. And I'm gonna ban you just cuz.
All right, so here's a trivia question. Coinbase's reason for existence is A, to promote decentralized blah, 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 or B, to make fucking money.
Yeah.
What do you think the answer is? I mean, and that's why they do a little spray and pray action also. I mean, and the same thing with Web3. The fact that they necessarily threw into a project is not necessarily the golden ticket, because they're doing a spray and pray action as well. They're hey, I'll throw some money over. Now, hopefully they're being more selective. But no, I mean,
hold on.
They just throw the money and hope it grows.
No, moderators, y'all good. I just wanted to let y'all see it because it's like, oh my God, I'm famous now. But no, but I did. They're doing the whole spray and pray action, but they have so much money, that they just have to throw it all at everything, and all they need is one or two to like, all of them could fall apart. But if one or two become hot gems that blow up like crazy, that's all you need.
I mean, well, the good thing is we've been in crypto now, what, 3 years? We've been in crypto 3 years. Think of all the money they saved by going from 2018 to now by only running a customer service department with 2 fucking people in it.
But you know what I think? I definitely said it earlier in an older video. If you have coins on Coinbase right now, I'd be worried, because I'm worried about what's going to happen, like, to the Coinbase app when they IPO, because they're going to get, if they don't already have hella users from this Bitcoin run up, they're going to get so, like, think about this. Traditional finance are like, they're gonna go crazy because they always go crazy over a new IPO. It's always a hot thing, and it always pumps initially, dumps, and then it finds its footing, it finds its ground or whatever. And I just see it. I see it now, bro. It's gonna come out and it's gonna reflect exactly the price of Bitcoin. And I feel like that's traditional finance's way of trying to manipulate the price of Bitcoin in another way. Because they use futures and they use all these other investment products to do it. But I think this Coinbase listing is definitely going to be one of the ways.
Well, they said they were going to tame Bitcoin. Don't think that the price of Bitcoin today isn't exactly where it is today, because that's where somebody or a group of people wanted it. And it ain't us little guys. We're just along for the ride.
We're just here, like we are all here just for the ride. We were all here just for the ride. But what was I gonna go off of? I didn't even think there was that much interest in crypto. 2020. Like I really didn't think there was that much interest in crypto in 2020. But then DeFi summer came, and then a lot of people that I know got in November. A lot of new people, and I guess they came off the backs of DeFi summer and they heard the rufflings of what's been going on in crypto. And they've probably been invested in traditional finance because all the stimulus money started coming out. But I really didn't think there was that many people in crypto in whatever. And then boom, we broke 20K, boom, everybody's here. But I really just think that was more of institutional investors that really did that price. They had to push it down as long as they could till they couldn't anymore. And then when you got people like Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, just announcing it to the world, we're buying more, we're buying some more. Hey, we just gonna buy more, And sometimes, the way that Michael Saylor speaks, it's like he really sounds like a Bitcoin like maximalist, and he really believes it, and he's doing everything in his power to push Bitcoin in a positive direction. And he says that he's not gonna sell. He says he's not. I mean, hopefully he's a man of his word.
Well, also understand that money to him is an idea. It's a it's a concept, and it's a part of his life that he's not worrying about and hasn't worried about forever. Whether he makes money off it or not, he doesn't care. I mean, obviously he wants to make money on it, but if it loses money, he needs the tax deduction.
And so if it goes up, he wins. If it goes down, he wins.
It play money anyway for him.
And that's just Coinbase made 1.8 bill this quarter, more than the last year, and they have 56 million users already. That's what the report said. That's literally directly off of the report.
And I'm gonna have to agree with Luis here, and the Saylor pump and the Elon pump and blah 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 pump and everything has been really good. But let's not forget what the fuel in this fire has been since the summer of DeFi, and that's been Tether. And it looks like they've been given a kitchen pass or a hall pass, whatever you call it in your generation. They've been given a hall pass to do whatever they want to do. So money printer go burn.
They got the slap on the wrist.
Yeah, pay to fine.
And now, granted, we don't know if the case is completely closed, but they got the slap on the wrist, and they're forced to report to the New York AG of their holdings for whatever. And I'm just sitting here thinking, so the pump isn't going to be as quick anymore. It's just going to be a slow pump gradually for the rest of the year. That's what I think it is, because they can't just pump and exit now,
Right.
At least that they're just too much of the market. Like, majority of all the trading pairs is USDT. And I know they're gonna have to find a way to stop that.
Hang on a second. My dog is staring at me. Do you need to go potty?
Oh no, go ahead. Take care of your dog.
He needs to go potty. Let me let him out. I'll be right back.
Do your thing while I talk to these people in the chat. So somebody in the chat was talking about how Coinbase is having deposit withdrawal issues involving XLM. Any thoughts? and Yoshi already put it out there. XML blocks froze the other day. So that just goes to show you how centralized some of like, and no one cares about centralization. I'm not gonna say no one, but a majority of people right now don't care about centralization or decentralization because it's alt season, it's gain season, it's time to make money season. That's all that's going on right now. Like just this morning, I was talking about how we need a dip, and we didn't get that dip. Prices just kept going up. Now it's Friday. It's gonna be Friday tomorrow, and y'all know what I say. Like, best times to get in on altcoins during like a weekly thing is Wednesdays, and that was yesterday. And y'all, that would have been the best time to get into alts because today alts just went off. And of course, you know how it is on the weekends. Traditional finance is closed. Crypto is still going. And so funny stuff happens on the crypto. You get what I'm saying? So I'm excited for this weekend to see what's really going to happen this weekend going into next week Wednesday. I'm really going to I and then of course, you know, we have all altcoins breaking their total market cap, the total two. And so we're expecting something huge for the next couple of months, but I want to see I want to I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm cautiously I'm excited, but I'm ready, you know what I'm saying? I'm ready to make sure to protect some of my gains just in case.
Yeah, and yeah, I think I told you my buddy that I did the 30-day road trip with, my brother from a long time ago. Uh, in when I lived in Orlando, that's where we actually met, and then we lived near and or with together each other there in Destin, and then he rented a room for me here in Austin, and now he's up in Cleveland. So now you're caught up. But anyway, before he went to go do his last road trip, he said, "Hey, because I've been trying to lay out the strategy on what's been working for me," and he said, "Hey, here's what I got," and it was a little less than an Ethereum. He said, "Here's what I got. See if you can do with it what you can do with it." And I said, "All right." And I basically threw it at three Tyler calls in a row during that 10 days. Boom, boom, boom. And when he came back home, he was like, "All right." So, but I was keeping him up to date, so it wasn't like I blew his socks off. But then I handed it back to him. I said, "All right, here." And I sent it back to his wallet. I said, "All right, here's $12,000." And he said, "Oh, wow." And then he was like, "Oh, thanks so much, man." And then like the next day he called me up. He said, "All right, I'm coming to visit to see what you're doing."
Like what is this? What is this magic internet
What is this
money?
magic? And I said, it's going to be about as boring as every movie you've ever seen about a police stakeout.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be, I'm going to read a little bit. I'm going to watch a little Netflix while I'm doing a little reading. Oh, let me like Kinsey's tweet. Let me go over here and make sure they're not fighting in the Telegram group. Oh, what's this? And then when Tyler makes a call, jumped on it. And he said, "Yeah, well, I got to come see what you're doing." So it was really good to visit with him. He's good people. You would like him. He was with me when we went to Tyler's. And you know how crazy his Tyler's little kitten is?
Mm-hmm.
How he's like running over and knocking over shit and everything.
Yeah.
But Dave has a way with animals, almost like Crocodile Dundee, and the dog lays over and shows his belly. So we're sitting there, we're talking, like that Sunday we were visiting, and Tyler looks over to his right, and there's my buddy Dave sitting in I think it was like one of those Mama San chairs, or if not, it was kind of like a recliner thing. And the cat's sitting right on his stomach, just chilling, and Tyler's freaking. He's like, "Oh my God, he never does that." But we did learn a couple of things that worked well, and we were talking about this during the stream on Saturday that kept getting interrupted. Learned some lessons of old and reinforced some strategies of old. And you said, "Hey, it may go to here, but I still got to take a little bit of profit."
I have to. I have to, like
Yeah,
it wouldn't make sense if I didn't.
because the name of the game is he who's got the most Ethereum or he who's got the most Bitcoin at the end is the winner, not who's got the most whatever shitcoin. But you know, and those altcoins are how we stack that Bitcoin and the ETH. Also, now there's not a lot, but there's a handful of really good alts that I want to make sure that I leave for my kids' future. But also, the name of the game is to stack Bitcoin and to stack Ethereum.
Stack Bitcoin, stack Ethereum,
and so
um,
and so
stack
that strategy
stack some
came back.
GRT because I have that up on my screen right now because it's showing that they've got. If you guys understand how GRT works, they're like a querying service for um crypto. They're a querying service for like DeFi, Web3, everything. And if you don't understand what a querying service is, it's essentially Google's acquiring service. If you Google's acquiring service, so that's they kind of do the similar thing, the same thing. And I remember one of Tyler's previous videos yesterday, he was talking about how like great way to find low cap altcoins is to find out the cryptocurrencies that are in this querying service that are building on it. Because granted, you know, they're probably going to have everything on it, but the way I see that the graph is moving, it's like it's almost like chain link tweets. Hey, here's another part. Hey, here's another one. Hey guys, look, here's another one that wants to connect to us. Look, here, and it's literally all of that is just that. So I'm like, oh wow. But the only thing I don't think the graph has is they don't have the meme magic. They don't have the Marines. They don't have it. I don't see like they don't have the I guess the community people. Like usually you'll see like Link Marine or Link God, Link person, or some frog. Where are the little GRT people accounts that just post GRT stuff all day to make me FOMO buy? Where are you guys?
All right, so let me address a post that was just made, and Sandman, no, he does not like Ethereum Classic. Uh, when he talked about it the first time, my recollection, or at least what these ears heard, um, was it was a very specific play around when certain timelines were as far as the update and the fork, the upcoming fork. But that was a temporary. Hey, when the miners are going to have something to point their mining rig at. Maybe it's this. That was his only recommendation of old
Yeah,
on
because
Ethereum
that you know,
Classic.
but that's how it is in crypto. You learn. Um, and when it comes to Tyler, not everything he says goes to the moon, you know? But that's what the game we're playing. We all have to learn. We all gotta touch everything. Like, what is it? I have like he talked about something the other like a while back. It was DeFi Hub, Defo Hub, and their token symbol was build. And I put a tweet out this morning because, of course, Tyler didn't talk about it. Tyler hasn't talked about it in like months. You know, he's been focused on whatever projects he's been focused on. But I just understood the whole game of just huddle because eventually it's going to pump. Eventually it's and regardless, it's going to pump. And without a Tyler video, without anything, it pumped 100% yesterday. And I was like, yeah, I need to take like, and it was just a bag that I was holding for. And like I said, Tyler hasn't talked about this in months, like 3+ months. And all I did was put it into a liquidity pool and I just left it in there. And I left it to the point where my impermanent loss finally got like, all right, ETH is going up. This is finally at a stable point because I was waiting for ETH to finally catch up to its amount of gains since I put the liquidity. And I'm like, I'm getting out in positive. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving with more ETH, less build, but with the profits in ETH, I'm good. And yesterday, I saw the price pop off, and I'm like, all right, time to take some profits. Took those profits, put it back in ETH, and I was like, yep, time to do it again. Time to find another coin and hold on to it for months on end. Like I'm talking like 4 6 month moves. Also, Don Pro Mega, thoughts on Shopify. Shopify.
You
Oh, the
go,
Shopify coin. Is there a Shopify coin?
yeah, there is. And Tyler's talked about it before. And while you look at it, let me go let my dog in because he's going to piss off the neighborhood now.
Oh gosh, go ahead. Oh wow, this thing's been uh oh, I actually well, so it's only been out for a couple of days. 7 days max. Well, it's about to hit its 14 days out. Not even that. It's only been out 9 days. 31st, yeah, and today's the 8th. So it's only been out 9 days. Um, Let me pull this out. And thank you for the tip, of course. Layer 2 NFT infrastructure decentralized. Okay, so layer 2 buzzword NFT infrastructure buzzword decentralized e-commerce supply chain powered on Polkadot. Polkadot's not even live yet, and yet we have these. Like that's the thing with that's the thing I'm worried about with Polkadot, bro. Especially all these Polkadot projects coming out, and like layer 2 NFT infrastructure built powered by Polkadot, but is Polkadot even right? Is this going to be on Kusama first? Like Polkadot doesn't even have smart contracts up yet, but all of this stuff is going to be like, how long before we get a product from this? Like a real working product that people can use.
And that's the hard part with Polkadot. It's like, oh, it's this, it's this, it's this.
And then
And I like it a lot. And I really like it that we got in less than $3, especially
right.
today. But
and
it's just like,
I'm looking at the roadmap too.
yeah, I mean, I see your smart contract. So that's in the new and improved version, or one of the add-ons and everything. It is a little disheartening, but that's where not ChainX, the other one, Edgeware. Supposedly, they're supposed to be the smart contract part of that.
But just looking at this, so they're not trying. So DeFi mainnet launch. So just when you guys looking at these these roadmaps can change. Like roadmaps change all the time. Remember, guys, we're talking about projects. We're not talking about companies that are supposed to give it to you when they say these are projects. That's why we say projects. But so they're gonna have a Shopify client Q2 of 2021 EFT protocol mainnet. So that then they're by Q3 of 2021, they're expecting a virtual machine Polkadot bridge. Okay, so they've got a solid roadmap. It's brand new. It had its like initial come out, pop off to some random price, calm down, and now it's just sitting here basically trying to find the floor. That's what it's trying to do. It's trying to find the floor. Um, it's on Gate.io, MC. I'd never get anything off of MCX ever. After what happened, after what happened to you, God forbid. And then it's also on Uniswap, and the majority of its volume is on Uniswap. But it like just by looking at this token, it would if you're expecting a pump, I would I'd wait for it to confirm that it's going sideways for a while, and then slowly dollar cost average. It's sitting at a pretty high market cap already. It's at $84 million market cap. So you also have to think about it in market cap terms. How much higher do you think this is gonna go in market cap terms with its because it's got a max supply of what. So, like I said, this stuff is really, really brand new. So, in market cap terms, where do you think it's going to go? Because right now it's at 84 million. Is it going to $100 million market cap? Is it going to page 2? Is it going to page 3? Let me even look at what's on page 2 of CoinGecko. Just getting to the bottom of page 2. To get to the bottom of page 2, you got to have at least a damn near $300 million market cap just to get to page 2.
Is that SPI? Is that what it is?
It's SHOPX.
Got it.
So it's really about where you think it's gonna go. And then of course someone asked me about helium. If you can get a helium product, Loki was talking about getting a helium product. If you can get it shipped to you, because it looks like these are the mining Wi-Fi thingies. I call them mining Wi-Fi thingies because that's what I think they are. Powered by the helium. You're pretty much mining. They're pretty much paying you in their token to provide wireless Wi-Fi around or something like that. But if you can get the device, yeah, go ahead. But if you're gonna buy the token, I don't know, not the way it looks right now. Definitely not the way it looks right now. The chart the chart's going straight up. The chart's going straight up. So the way it looks right now, I wouldn't do it.
But the strategy that a lot of people do in the Chico Army is they like to buy at the tippy top and then complain when it comes back down a little bit.
But that's how. But helium looks like people have had helium for a while. It's on the top 100. If you're trying to get in now, not financial advice, but I wouldn't. I'd wait for the hype to die off and then try to figure out what you want to do. That's what I would do. Or I would just get the device, because you have to remember people are mining this coin, and I wonder if they're like selling it. Also, someone in the chat gave me a $15 tip. Have you both seen AOZ Tube yet? Have you seen AIOZ Tube?
I think you made that up.
No, I'm right. It's AIOZ Network. Are they trying to compete with like Theta Network or something? This one's only been out. Oh my god. What? Bro, there's always a new token out every day.
Oh, dude. I was telling you earlier about when my buddy was here, lessons we learned, lessons we had to relearn, lessons that were reinforced. One of the things that we were doing is we went on and got a bot that notified with when new projects listed.
Right.
On Uniswap. And so you go over there and look. And so watch that for a little bit. And then we watched this one whale who was throwing like 400,000, 500,000 at each play. And then it would go up 10%. And he'd start just dump. Let it come back up, and he'd dump it all the way down. And he would do that for a day and a half, 2-3 days. And so that was the one I posted in Twitter, said, hey, if you're ever in a project and this guy's around, he's not a whale, he's a shark. He's a shark whale. But
so just looking at this,
I'm staying away from that strategy.
Yeah, but just looking at this AIOZ, I don't know how to say it properly. This looks like Theta Network. This looks like Theta Network, but a new token that has like the Theta Network. It's a new token that has like the Theta Network idea. And what that's the I was trying to talk about it earlier before. What's the library credits? There we go. That's what I was, because the SEC is going after library.
Oh,
And if
are
they're
they?
going after library, because seems like theta, and if I go to library, what is it? LR, what is their token?
It's a strange spelling of it. There
Ah,
may be a PH in there. I'm not 100% sure.
anybody know the symbol for library? The library token.
It's like LB. Let's see.
That's live
LBRY.
peer. Say that again.
LBRY?
LBRY. Yeah, library credits because they're facing what? They're already facing SEC. SEC's already coming for them, and they have a whole like string. They have a whole product out already. They've been had a product out already. Like they have their whole little streaming YouTube thing, and look how clean this looks. It's really solid. But because of hype and because it's new and because people who are just getting into crypto right now, they don't know that a lot of these tokens are just copies of other tokens with a little twist to it. And so they see this and they're like, "Oh my god, a whole blah 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 blah. They're going to have video streaming and it's going to be decentralized and you're going to earn for your content that you make." And this has already been done. But
Right.
because new people are coming into the space, they don't know that and they're going to FOMO into it and it will pump. Or people are going to be like, "Oh, Theta's already had its move. Oh, library credits already had its move. I want to get the new coin that's going to compete with them as a competitor. So I want to get on the ground floor of this new coin." So that's how I see this playing out. And this one already has a really high market cap as well. It's over here at the 80 million. Remember with $80 million market cap, you were roughly like on page what
3, 4?
3, 4, and slowly that's getting pushed down. It's getting pushed down. But it's got to. So my question to you is, what level market cap do you think? Because if you think this is gonna go like to page 2, it has to get to like $300 million market cap to get to page 2.
300 million?
Yeah, to get to page 2, you gotta have three. You gotta have 300 million to get to page 2, and that's just right now. God, wait till the real alt season, crazy coin. Yeah, because you pretty much got to be $300 million dollar market cap to get into page 2, and that's the bottom of that's creeping page 2.
To do that, it would need to be around 52 cents at the current circulating supply. That's not hard,
It's not well. I
right?
don't know about because it's $2 right now.
Wait, we're looking at the same one?
What are you looking at? AI? Oh, are you looking at library credits or
Yeah,
SPX? What are you looking at?
library credits.
Oh no, I'm talking. I was comparing library credits to this AIOZ
Oh,
token. That's just like. See, there's
all
just
right.
there's so much. There's so
Splice
much.
here.
There's so much. There's so much coins. It's.
I don't even know the
My eyes
majority
are
of these.
bleeding, bro. My eyes are bleeding. Like I thought there were a lot of coins before, but man, it's all. Oh yeah, XDAI's coming to page 2. I'm not gonna. I'm grinning on that XDAI, bro. Hey, thank you. Hey, Scotty, thank you for that video to stake XDAI. The
Oh,
smartest thing XDAI had to do was they reduced their staking limits. That was the best thing they did when they did that. Because their original staking limits, oh yeah, XDAI, oh yeah. Their original staking limits was damn near like $10,000 to be a validator, bro. And then they dropped that down to, all right, you only need $2,000 worth of XDAI to be a validator. That
yeah.
got right into my like, hey, go. I literally my friend that the lead dev at my job who loves talking crypto to me all the time, and I love because he about like a month ago he moved all his gains to Solana, and now he came over today and said like, So that's Solana though. Of course, you know Solana's getting a very big push right now, and that's what Sam Brickman-Fried and FTX. That's like their whole project going down, and wow, I could not believe we're already going an hour and 10 minutes. Jesus,
Oh well, brother,
but
I didn't know what time it was when we were there in Tampa, and it was like, oh, because we were sitting out on that back porch, and I didn't know
yeah, I
what
was
time
sitting
it was.
outside smoking. I even have a clue. But going back to the whole XDAI thing, so he said he got Solana. He said he's got a bunch of layer 2 coins now because he's like it's time to move, it's time to swish and wash around, and he's like, and I just got a big bag of steak as well, and I was like, oh, because I sold my Solana a while back, just because I anything that was competing with ETH, I was like, and I didn't realize how bad the gas fees were gonna get. I didn't realize how bad. Like I knew they were gonna get bad, but wow, I didn't think they were gonna get that bad. And so I can see why people love BNC. I can see why people love. I don't know why Poly Market, not Poly Market, Matic, whatever. I can see why people want to go to Matic, and I can see why people want to go to XDAI as well. And so XDAI has just been pushing recently, but a lot of everything is going up. But thank you for that staking video because he didn't know he could stake it. And I know my bags are, I got solid bags. I got, pretty good bags, but he's the lead dev at our job. When he pulls up his ETH wallet, I like it's almost like I pull out my meat, he pulls out his meat. Like, like he puts that thing on the table. I'm like, Jesus. I didn't want to. I'm like, why do you work here? Like, he's like,
was he in before you, or did you?
No, I got it. I got into XDAI before him, so he.
No, I meant into crypto in general.
Oh yeah. He fell off of crypto because we were in the bear market, and so because he fell off of crypto. He used to mine but he sold all his mining machines because he bought a whole bunch of miners to mine ETH, and then he sold them after the bear market started, and he didn't get back in. He didn't get back in until DeFi summer. DeFi summer is when he got back in.
I was so happy that night where we had the COVID dump.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, whatever word, the coof.
Who cares? Whatever, the pandemic dump.
Oh my God. And I was fortunate that I happened to have a lot sitting in stablecoin at the time. I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, everything was on sale. I felt like we were going around the Goodwill store and finding, all these the Hope Diamond at a Goodwill store. Oh, here's some 4,000 Bitcoin and here's some $86 Ethereum. And
here we go. What are they talking about in your chat? I'm going to go through the chat real quick. We got some coin requests. Ooh, Umbrella Network, DSLA, decentralized name level agreement. What is that? That looks like so many buzzword. Let me say that again. Decentralized service level agreement. What does that even mean? Just by the name of it, I want to check it out. But hold on. We got modify, another probably a DeFi. My Nash next bags make me cry every time I look at it. Hey, don't come. Oh, don't come. They're telling me about the thing. Copy other projects like Mackenzie knows. The new is doo-doo in the bull market. XDAI coming to page 2. XDAI super illiquid. Yeah, I will say like some of the stuff on the X, like there are some like the honey swaps. There's not much liquidity there because everybody's moving to either like, but you have to think about it. When it came to like whole Binance Smart Chain thing, all their like, what is it? Chris Black. If you guys don't follow Chris Black on Twitter, he's one of the big DeFi dudes too that was in DeFi before DeFi summer. And he's really more. He's a real, just like how he reminded me of Tyler when I first saw him, because everybody in DeFi was talking about how great DeFi is and how amazing he is. And then Chris Black was the only person that I saw, guys, no, this is not pretty cakes and rainbows or what you guys are talking about. This is how it really works in the background, guys, and exposing that a lot of these DeFi projects are not as decentralized as they say they are.
Right.
Not now, at least. They may in the future, but right now, no. But he was talking about how what was it? Someone, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. What was he talking about? He was talking about something. Wow, why do I do this to myself? Super liquid. Yeah, Binance Chain, Binance Smart Chain. He was talking about how a majority of the Binance Smart Chain wallets go straight to Binance regular exchange. Like I'm like, and that's why Binance Smart Chain has so much liquidity. I'm like, well, yeah, duh. They're just using they're using the leverage. They're taking money from the leverage people that are on Binance exchange and putting it into the DeFi, and then putting rugs in there too, and then doing whatever they got. And then granted, I'm saying that this is what they're doing, but they're probably not doing that directly, but they probably have influencers that understand the insides and outsides and are wrecking everybody.
Yeah, to me,
Yeah,
it's
people
like,
are making money on Binance Smart Chain, so I
yeah.
can't,
I mean, I hope everybody that messes around with that, I hope they all make money on it. To me,
I really, that's why I
it
can't look. If people are making money, I can't tell them they're wrong.
right.
Number go.
I mean, I
You
want them to
can't tell
make
somebody
money and I
wrong if
want them to
number
do
go up.
well. I want everybody to do well. To me, it's kind of like going to a garage sale and buying clothes at the little girl's house who just had what what is it that the kids get and they got to delouse the hair. Oh, I'm sorry. It was a good story. It was a good analogy. What is it where the kids get those, the itchy stuff in their heads?
Lice?
Lice. So it's like,
Okay.
okay, splice here. It's like buying clothes at a garage sale at the little girl's house who just had lice and got sent home from your daughter's school.
Now you got the lice.
Yeah, now you got
Now
an
look
itchy.
at, now you got to get the whole thing. But
Here, let me shout out a couple. There's a couple of good questions here, or a couple of good statements. Crypto Keen, yeah, he said he sold XDAI and then it doubled. That's why you try
you try
to
to
leave a
huddle.
footprint there,
Yeah,
because
you
sure
always
as
leave a
hell
money
that
bank.
son of a bitch is gonna 10x from where you sold.
Always, like, just like how I say I took profits on build yesterday after it doubled overnight. That doesn't mean I took all my money out of it. I just took I took out my initial investment, profits, and then let the thing ride. Everything,
Absolutely.
because I don't know why I don't know why it doubled last night. It just did. Maybe some new crazy innovation, because they had some good innovations
Yeah.
happening and no one talked about it. And just like something must have just happened, or a whale came and decided, hey, this thing has been really stable and not
Any,
really
mini, miny. Come here.
pop this one. And then that's what they did. And so that's how that.
No. But yeah, I mean that's how it goes. You never know. Always try to leave a footprint there.
Always leave a footprint.
But I had a good question asked here, and I think we were talking about it last time, except you were on the keyboard and I think I had the mic.
Johnny Turbo, you're crazy.
Would you guys be willing to speak on your sell strategy? Like, when do you decide to pull profit and when to hodl and la la la? So how would you, without it being financial advice, what works best for you? Like what we're talking about.
I literally just said it. What if, and you really have to, it has to be your own decision, not financial advice. But I was holding that bag for months, and I was watching other projects 2x, 5x. Out seeing different Twitter accounts. If you're not making a 2x every day, you're not gonna make it. Blah 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 blah. All this and that. Anything to get you to sell your bag way too early. And you just have to be able to hold and believe in your convictions. And with that specific coin, I'm like, it's going to pop off. The reason why I know it's going to pop off, because everything pops off eventually. And and even if I was down on it, I'd probably slowly dollar cost average till I can make my, at least make my initial investment back up. But just going off of, I've got a few coins that I did my own research that I put my own bags in. And of course, Tyler's been good to us for so long that, I and it's sad to say I trust a lot of his calls because it hasn't, some bad ones, some good ones, but we're batting like 8 out of 10. You know what I'm saying?
Easy.
But just going off of knowing when to take profits, you have to make that if something goes up 50% and that's like amazing to you and you feel like you need to be taking profits, take profits, because you need to be able to sleep at night. Because when I say it, I'll say it again. DeFi summer, I was not sleeping at night because I was way over leveraged in a lot of stuff that I was doing. Way over leveraged. And
Yeah,
it was hard for me to sleep at night.
Yeah, I totally know what you mean. I will tell you, with Alchemist.
Mm-hmm. Say Alchemist, because my cousins
Alchemist.
know that I'm in Alchemist and I'm in Alchemix as well.
Alchemist.
So
Beaker.
Mist.
The one that still actually has a CoinGecko page now. I will tell you, man.
It still doesn't have a market cap or circulating supply, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, I will tell you that I threw more at that than I've thrown at everything that in my life that wasn't a house. So
no, but you have to understand the play, and I'm gonna let you finish first,
and so for me, when it got to 2x, I took part of it out, and then it went to 3x, and I took part of it out, and my initial investment is out, and it's all house money now. Now, you said something once that it's not 100% correct. Last time we were talking where you said, I didn't have any money on the risk. Well, you got to consider opportunity cost. But, yeah, it's paid for.
It's paid for.
Well, fuck it. It's free.
Yeah,
now.
It's house money now.
You're going to put them into
Go find the next play. Find the next play. Forget about it. Go find the next play and forget about it. Because eventually it's gonna pop off again. If you believe in your conviction in this coin and you know it's a solid project, it'll pop off again.
Yeah.
It'll come back.
Any
good coin comes back.
Right. Now I will say this. One of my and this one has a very soft spot in my heart, and that's Kadena. Because that was one that I actually brought to Tyler and just said, everything that I've looked at on this one looks pretty bitchin'. Will you take a look at it? And then it was about 3 weeks later, he wrote me back and said, yep, that's a good one. And then he came out with the video about that I didn't even know that, hey, these guys with the, they might be up for a Coinbase listing with this Rosetta stuff. And I was like, oh, son of a bitch. Because that was another one I was in early. A little spray and pray action. But I was so proud of it today. Because it got it well over $1. And it jumped like 40%. Now that either has to do with Kadena Swap, which is supposed to be that multi-chain octopus. And or did word get out on a Coinbase listing? Is that on the near horizon? Is that what caused the 40% jump today?
I remember you saying that, Yoshi, too. I remember you talking about that. I
What's
sent
that?
Tyler all the patents for Cadena about 3 weeks before the video as well. I remember you were telling me about that on Twitter. And just the thing that I wanted to talk about missed before I took it off the screen. Um, it just got listed on CoinGecko, right?
Right.
And so CoinGecko, all its information that they have on Mist right now is only worth like 20, not even a week's worth of price action. Yet Mist has been around for a while now. Like if you go to Dex Tools, you see the real price of what Mist has been doing, you know? And so it goes to show you that like you really want those crazy gains, you got to get into things before they're even on CoinGecko.
Yeah.
Before, and so when somebody tells me something's on CoinGecko, it kind of scares me because I'm like, so how high is this actually? Because right here it just says, you know, its high was at around 100, and what is it? Yeah, so it says its all-time low is like $74, and its all-time high is around like $84.
Like bullshit. We got into that when it was 20.
Yeah, it's right here. Yeah, it's like, oh, all-time low is like $70, and its all-time high is about $103. Oh, I'm getting in early. No, you're nah, bro. People were getting in at like $40. People are getting in before that. And so that's why you guys have to be careful, but also just try to get in as early as you can. And that's the risk you're taking when you're doing this. And then
Yeah,
going
right
on to
there's
one of
where
my
we got
picks,
in.
Alchemix. And this Alchemix, this is the loans pay themselves. It's a DeFi product. It's, the reason how I found this DeFi product is because Andre Cornier tweeted about it before it was even out. So I was like, let me at least look at it and to see what it's all about. And then I was like, the loan pays itself back. How does that work? And I'm like looking into it. Okay, so it used Yearn votes and CDPs to you deposit DAI into it, and then you can take back the collateral. Then that DAI which is like a synthetic dollar asset, and then that synthetic dollar asset, you can go and buy whatever you want. So, like, say if you deposit like $100,000 worth of DAI, you can take up to a 50K loan, an SUSD type synthetic dollar asset, trade that synthetic dollar asset 1-to-1 for a DAI on some other exchange, and go buy a car with it. And over time, because you initially deposited that DAI and it's using a Yearn Vault, the developer set it up to where it automatically pays your loan back over time. So if you've used CDP products, you know that there's like a collateral ratio, and it will decrease your collateral ratio over time. But you also have to remember it takes a while for that to happen. So, like, if you were to take out that 50K loan, buy a car with it, maybe a year or two later, it pays back that collateral, and then you can take out your full 100K DAI. So you just bought a car or did something in real life with it while you left your money sitting in the DAI. And then they also have a token as well. And like I said, the token's I've been holding on to this for a while, guys. It's been solid. And of course I got in at 4, and I told everybody about it at like around 5, not 6, 7, and just been holding, and charts been looking good. And of course, now all the DeFi accounts that I follow are tweeting about it all of a sudden. And I'm like, where were you guys at like $400? No, dead ass. Where were you guys at when I was getting in on this? Where were you guys at when I was? And then I'm like literally seeing all the DeFi major accounts tweeting about it today. Pay your loan. I'm like, And so then it also it's about doing your own research and getting in as early as you can.
Yeah, and sometimes that that road is that road less traveled is less traveled for a reason. But you do find some really cool stuff down there sometimes.
Oh yeah, you find some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm probably gonna wrap this up. We've been on for about an hour. We're actually gonna be on for about an hour and 30 minutes. Um,
I
and I'll
I
probably
will tell you because you may see it if you ever rewatch this. Actually, while you were doing that talking, I lowered I put the other screen up and I was going to get the sound of Charlie Brown teachers talking to go
Jesus.
behind you there, that but it wouldn't come through.
You bastard. Are you guys in Omi? I'm not in Omi,
Oh,
but
love it.
I'm not in Omi, but I got another everything cryptocurrency. He was in the chat recently. If you guys can, if you can find him, he's real big on Omi. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm salty I ain't getting on Omi with him because he was on Omi early. But that's another NFT play. I'm just worried about the whole NFT market right now. I think I think it's finally starting to slow down, but we'll see.
Oh, it's
Optimus. Oh yeah, Optimus 3-3. Hell yeah. I got a bag in Optimus doing 3-3 right now. I understand how Optimus works though.
wait,
A lot of people don't
wait,
understand how
what coin?
I said Optimus, I meant Olympus.
Olympus. Okay, because that's what I was looking up,
I'm
and
saying Optimus, I mean Olympus. 3-3
I want to
Olympus.
tell you if you when you said the 3-3, I was like, oh, hang on, I don't think you're in the right one. Um, I tell you what, if you own this and you don't have, not financial advice, and you don't have every freaking one of them in that in their staking program, you're not doing it right.
You're not doing it right. You like see that's what people have, they have like people just buy tokens without learning how they work. And the whole like the Olympus, the way the Olympus 3-3 works, especially where the math works, I'm like, oh, and it's literally playing out like how he said it's playing out.
Yeah.
Like it's game three, but if you leave it there, and then, but the thing is, like, I already do that with my regular bags. Like, I don't, like, I try not to trade regular, but if something pops off 300% in the night, no, look, my initial investment's already been made. I'm good. And then I'll just have my little moon bag.
It's hard to take it out of
Staking is
this
like
one,
70. Yeah, but
the way
see,
it's
people
paying.
75,000%, but don't understand what that means. And it's hard for people to, because they're like 75,000%.
That's compounded. That's, yeah.
Yeah, it's compounded. Um, robbing yourself, not staking. Yeah, you're robbing yourself if you're not staking. You're really not. But do you have any final words to tell everybody, Scotty? Before we rock out, because the moment I said we about to head out, people started dropping off like flies.
Yeah, right. Hey, well, first of all, thanks for all the support you guys gave me, even when the bad guys got me taken down for a week. And a special message for them. Fuck you, bad guys.
Oh,
Wussy boys.
Hey, Chico, thank you, bro. Hey, like for real, thank you for that. No, because I'm looking at my chat, right? And then I'm looking at the chat revenue. I'm like $135. I didn't do that. And then literally Chico's $100 popped in.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool.
Hey, thank you. I didn't even think you were still here, Chico.
Yes, you can unstake it anytime on OHM. But what I was gonna say was one of the things that during this week when I didn't have to worry about doing any material and kind of visiting with my buddy, and then just the market the last week or so being more watch it and everything. One of the things that I started watching a little bit more was I found where these scam baiters go. Now there's some that just keep them occupied. And, hey, every minute that they're on the phone with them is a minute that they're not pranking some old guy, or some old lady, which is awesome. And I also seen the ones where they go in and while they're playing dumb and everything, go in the back door and blow up the scammers' computers. Now, I can't do that type stuff. But I did find the software where you can hide your number and you can call. That may be something I do. I probably won't do that in a live stream, but it may be something I play around with while I'm watching the crypto. Just something to do. Again, if I can keep them occupied for a little bit, that's one old man that they're not bothering and maybe talking out of their retirement funds. I'm looking for stupid shit to do, but I do offer this challenge.
Here
And
it
you have
comes.
to think of the terms of the bet.
Oh, now we're not doing this on stream. No,
Oh, no. We'll talk about the
We'll
terms
talk about
later.
that after. We'll talk about. I know what you're about. I'm ending this right here. Right here.
Hey, I will tell you that if we meet the individual that we're talking about, I will tell the story.
That's fine. Yeah,
I will tell the story, and
Yeah,
I think she'll laugh. I think she'll find it funny. Again, she may block us on Twitter, so I won't mention your name.
Whatever. But other than that, guys, thank you guys. Thank you for all the tips. Thank you, Chico, for coming through, supporting. Always, I know you're busy as hell, but thank you everybody, because we've had this chat live and y'all really stuck through the whole hour and 35 minutes.
Yeah, and
So
I really
thank you for
appreciate it.
that.
And yes, Kenzie does have a channel, and I'm sorry, one of those assumption things.
What?
And if
Oh,
you're
people don't
not,
know that thing.
if you're not subscribed to Kenzie's channel, there is something obviously wrong with you. Let me get the link here.
Oh, you can't see me anymore because I'm dancing around. But this is Scotty. They can't see me, but this is Scotty P's channel. I know my crypto cousins. I know if y'all in here, y'all know y'all seen Scotty P's channel. If y'all not
I just
watching
put
with
that in
him,
your channel.
I don't know what to tell you if y'all not watching with him. So definitely put that in the chat.
I put your own YouTube channel in your chat.
I see that. I was a little confused. I'll do the same thing for you. How about that? And I'm like, wait, what in the world?
But thanks. But yeah, I mean, I enjoy doing this. Just kind of raw dog it without a script. Just kind of see where the wind takes us.
Just see and you already know people are gonna come into your chat and ask for their favorite altcoins, and we can literally tell you, hey, we've been around. This is how it goes.
Yeah.
This is how it goes.
Yeah, but I appreciate it. It's always a joy to be able to talk to you face to face, and versus one of us having a mic and one of us having a keyboard.
Right.
And I know that, hey, I got your number, but I like to keep the two worlds from colliding, so I don't want to.
No, like when we're in Miami, I'm texting you.
Yeah. Just trust me, I won't be checking Twitter.
Oh hell no, I don't got time for that. All right, but other than that, guys, thank you guys so much. Take it easy. Peace.
Much love. Vaya con huevos.
Ooh.
Which literally means go with eggs.
What?
Vaya con huevos? It means go with eggs.
Yeah, I know, but I said what just to be stupid.
Yeah.